Hi there. The purpose of this video is to do a quick rundown of the websites that I created in my EdTech 502 course. I guess for posterity, in case they don't stay around forever. I do plan to move them to a personal server, but even then, I suppose it's highly likely that they won't exist forever. So considering that I'm tying these to the portfolio that I'm creating, I suppose it's probably a good idea to make sure that evidence of them does exist for the long run. So I only have 15 minutes to do this, so hopefully it doesn't take that long, but I also am not going to go into great detail on each of these. I'm just going to do a quick rundown. Okay, so this is my initial project list, the first website that I created, links to all the projects that I did throughout the course. So the first one was the Netiquette page, and I decided to do Netiquette for online discussions. I can definitely use this in all of my math courses that have online discussions. So pitfalls, the actual Netiquette, and then a pro tip, and then there's an embedded quiz here. Okay, the next one, this was actually a topic that I found fascinating, the accessibility. So I did accessibility for educators, so I would use this website to teach other teachers about creating accessible websites. So on this page, then I had to make the page accessible. And a couple of the things are the contrasting colors, the buttons that light up. There's a video about digital accessibility. If you were to go into the code on this, that you would see that I've got all of my pictures or videos or other things labeled within the code so that someone who was having the website read to them could easily follow along. So yeah, let's see. There's a couple tools in here that would be really helpful that I've linked to if you were looking to create an accessible website, which for public educators is pretty much the law. So an important thing to understand how to do and something I learned a lot about. Okay, another legal thing that I did learn a lot about, thought I was pretty well versed in, but had a lot to learn, was fair use and making sure that we're not using copyrighted materials. So again, this would be for students or educators could learn from this one. But it's mainly created as a resource for educators. So I can click through here. I've embedded another video that was really helpful to me. I talk about Creative Commons. And let's see, in each of these little sections, I do have a discussion board. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm logged into my BSU site right now, so you can't, it's just a Google discussion. Yeah, I'm not logged in right now, but if I were logged in, you could see that you could participate in the discussion. So let's see, Creative Commons, and then music, the copyright around music. So again, I don't have a lot of time to take with each of these. And let's go down to my interactive concept map. The purpose of this was to create something that I would maybe post in a link to in my course announcements at the beginning of any course. I included a lot of great information for students being able to learn about me, to contact me, and then tools to be successful in math. So you can cruise down to each of those. I've embedded a video. I have an interactive concept map where they can actually click here and get to email, click here and get to Google Hangouts, or click here on the Jigsaw logo to get to our instructional platform that we use that has a whiteboard and chat box and whatnot. And then the other interactive concept map is tools for success in math. So an online graphing calculator, Khan Academy, Virtual Nerd, and then this is a link to my Netiquette page. So yeah, go back. This Jigsaw interactive activity is I created this so that I could maybe use it like as extra credit, or if I did have to create my own course content, this would be a really cool piece of content. So students would each take a section of solving linear equations. So if you scroll down here, I had to put in this table, and students would be divided into graphing, substitution, elimination by addition, or elimination by subtraction groups. They would learn that topic, teach it to their peers, and then they'd have to complete a worksheet that I've linked to here that gives them the ability to download that worksheet. This concept map right here, this is the difference between the ways to solve a system of linear equations and the actual different types of solutions. So they could have no solution, one solution, or infinite solutions. And each of these link to videos describing those sorts of answers. Okay, and then I linked back to the previous page that I showed you on connecting with me and tools for math success. Okay, this M learning activity was pretty cool. This is something I could use in a business math class. The point of this was to have an assignment that teaches students something, but that they could easily look at and use on a mobile phone. So I can show you real quick here. Let's get it over here. It actually compresses down quite nicely. The navigation goes into a drop down. And all of the instructions compress nicely, as does the form, the Google form that's in here that students would fill out and submit as their assignment. Okay, so that's the M learning activity. This is my EdTech homepage. What we did here was use a template, and so I used this really crazy scrolling bar, and it's not my favorite page, to be quite honest. It does compress nicely, but I just think that the graphics got really big. It worked, but it wasn't my favorite page. So this is the stuff about me. I work for I Succeed Virtual High School. I'm attending Boise State. It has a link to BSU's homepage, the EdTech homepage, the academic calendar, and then it also has my project list page. So, and then a little bit about me. Again, not my favorite page, but it passed. Okay, and then I created a virtual field trip. I thought the topic of games online was actually pretty cool, and I think that there's a lot to be adopted and learned in the online world from gaming. So there's just numerous kind of ways that students can go about this. There's a video on why games. There's actual games that they can play. This is another video about someone who has made puzzles for their living, which is really interesting. So each of those are actually linked to up here as well. But then if you were to go to that page, like the Mahjong page, you can play it. And then I did ask the students to discuss and think about how the game rewarded the brain, and how they figured out how to play it, and then if they had thoughts or suggestions. The videos, let's see. after watching the video here, I then linked to different applications for students to either make their own puzzle, or maybe start coding. So a little inspiration followed by some motivation. So let's see. Did Mahjong. I had the same thing with the GEMS website, the actual playing of the game, and then discussing and reflecting on the playing of the game. So let's see. And this was the Y games. Let's see. And then on this website, I went through a little quiz to see where students stand as far as having a growth mindset. The escape rooms, which I just thought was interesting that students would like to look at. And then the last thing here is an interview with J.K. Rowling regarding the fringe benefits of failure and the importance of imagination. So another kind of inspirational video. So there's a lot of different directions that students could go with this website, and if they got through all of it, I think that there would be a significant amount of learning. It definitely required a lot to put together. Okay, then the very last thing was a WebQuest. And for this WebQuest, I went back to some more traditional math and talked about unit conversions. So I did not create this in Dreamweaver, which all of the other websites were created in Dreamweaver. This was created in Google Sites, which I also use to create my portfolio and kind of love, because it's kind of automatically accessible and pretty easy to put together. Although I'm really glad that I understand the code behind a lot of this stuff now. So again, just talking about unit conversions, I have instructions for the teacher. I have a drop-down navigation here, so I can go from the welcome page to the introduction, what students actually have to do here, their task, using Bloom's taxonomy, the process. They are given some videos to watch, a worksheet to complete as a Google form, and then just a little hint on using Google, and then some reading to do, and a discussion board regarding that reading. And I did include an evaluation rubric, which is a Google Sheet that's tied in here. And then ask students to fill out another form to do an evaluation. And then this was kind of an extra credit piece where they could watch a little video and then create a new system, a new standard of measurement. So there was kind of a lot going on here. So I'm on, let's see, this is the teacher page, which explains the purpose. It includes the standards that this assignment meets. And I am pretty much running out of time, so I think I've covered almost everything here. But hopefully these websites endure, and this was done just for my benefit. So thank you for taking the time to watch.